A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant shift in U.S. foreign policy, President Donald Trump has issued a stark warning to Russia, threatening to impose steep tariffs and ramp up military aid to Ukraine in response to the ongoing conflict. Speaking during a meeting with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte at the White House, Trump expressed his frustration with Russian President Vladimir Putin's failure to reach a ceasefire agreement, stating, "We are very, very unhappy with Russia, and we're going to be doing very severe tariffs if we don't have a deal in 50 days. The president's remarks signal a growing impatience with Moscow as the war in Ukraine continues to escalate. Trump announced that if an agreement is not reached within the specified timeframe, the U.S. would enact secondary tariffs at a staggering rate of 100%. These tariffs would target countries that continue to purchase oil from Russia, potentially impacting nations like India and China, which have been significant buyers of Russian energy. It's about tariffs on countries like India and China that are buying their oil," U.S. Ambassador to NATO, Matt Whitaker, explained to reporters. The proposed tariffs echo a bipartisan bill in Congress that aims to impose a whopping 500% tariff on nations that import Russian oil and gas. Trump's decision to threaten tariffs comes as oil prices have already started to decline, with West Texas Intermediate dropping 2.1% to settle below $67 a barrel following his announcement. The president's tough rhetoric is coupled with a commitment to supply Ukraine with advanced military equipment, including Patriot air defense systems, which he stated would be financed by NATO member states rather than the U.S. taxpayer. "We're not buying it, but we will manufacture it. They're going to be paying for it," Trump emphasized, highlighting his administration's approach to ensuring that European allies contribute to Ukraine's defense. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, in a post on social media platform X, confirmed that he had spoken with Trump about the necessary means to bolster Ukraine's defense capabilities against Russian attacks. "We discussed the necessary means and solutions with the president to provide better protection for people from Russian attacks and to strengthen our positions," Zelensky stated, expressing readiness to coordinate future efforts. The arms deal, which Trump described as a major shift in policy, aims to expedite the delivery of military aid to Ukraine as it faces relentless assaults from Russian forces. However, the specifics of the arrangement remain somewhat unclear, particularly regarding the timeline for when the promised weaponry will arrive. NATO Secretary General Rutte indicated that the alliance would work closely with member countries to fulfill Ukraine's military needs, including air defense systems and ammunition. Meanwhile, Germany's defense minister Boris Pistorius revealed that Germany has requested additional Patriot missile batteries from the U.S. as part of this collaborative effort. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine, which has persisted since 2022, has prompted a reevaluation of U.S. foreign policy, with Trump's recent comments signaling a departure from his earlier attempts to negotiate with Putin. Despite previously expressing a desire for a peaceful resolution, Trump's increasing frustration with the lack of progress has led him to adopt a more aggressive stance. The president's remarks come as the situation on the ground remains dire, with both Ukrainian and Russian casualties continuing to mount. As the U.S. prepares to ramp up military support for Ukraine, the implications of Trump's tariff threats on Russia and its allies could have far-reaching consequences for international relations and global energy markets. The coming weeks will be critical as the U.S. and its NATO allies navigate this complex geopolitical landscape, with the hope that increased pressure on Russia will ultimately lead to a ceasefire and a resolution to the ongoing conflict. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.